Bonjour, my name is Terry. Welcome to the show, and today we're going to talk about the 1991 soul movie classic, The Five Heartbeats. This film came recommended to me by my friend David, who left a lovely comment in my very first video. So David, if you're out there and you're watching, I know you will be, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you. Now this film is a terrific comedy. It's one of those terrific comedy dramas that you just don't see anymore. The story is about a typical soul band from the 1960s, you know, along the lines of the Temptations, the Four Tops, all the greats. You know, it's sort of a lot of the rock and roll cliches that a lot of these bands had to experience back then is intertwined into this story. And you know, as I was watching it, I was thinking, oh, here we go, there's drug abuse. Even though I saw all the rock and roll cliches getting played out throughout this film, I still felt absolutely compelled by all of the performances in it. You know, there are some really tragic moments that happen throughout this film that absolutely devastate you. There are some terrific scenes in this film. I only just watched it today. Normally I give myself a day to sort of think it over and really, you know, really sort of sink it in, but no, The Five Heartbeats, I had to get down here and talk about it because it was absolutely tremendous. Well, there's this fantastic sequence that I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. The scene in question that I just found was absolutely fantastic is where Robert Townsend is with his niece or something, maybe his niece or his sister, and he's rummaging through all these drawers trying to find this song that he's written while she's singing the song. And you know, as she's singing the song, he's reaching into the bin to find out, here's the rest of the lyrics while she's singing along to it. And I just thought that was magical. I've always had an affinity for soul music, you know, the impressions of Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Temptations, Brothers Johnson. You know, we could be here all night. And I also love the fact that the soul music was kind of the battle hymn for the civil rights movement in the 1960s. It will always be this benchmark music that came out throughout the 1960s, the 50s into the 60s, and just absolutely dominated the charts. And The Five Heartbeats, you know, is another reminder of that. It's also a reminder of all the sort of ups and downs that bands have to go through. The absolute standout performance in it was Michael Wright, who you may recognise as Elias from the original V series. He absolutely steals this film. That's an actor that I never really see go far, never see on screen that often after V, and I think I saw him in an episode of Miami Vice once as well. It got me wondering, what happened to these guys, you know? What happened to these terrific actors? I mean, maybe they're stage actors, maybe they're born for the stage, and they do the odd screen thing, the odd TV show or something, just to pay some bills. You know, it does make you think how whitewashed American films have been for so long. I mean, British films included. I mean, come on, Downton Abbey. I mean, that's like, who's your favourite character in Downton Abbey? I like to see diversity on screen, you know? I want to see a different world. I don't want to just see the same face all the time. Do I see John Wayne? Do I see Sean Connery? Sick of them, you know? Sick to the back teeth of those guys. I think there's plenty of George Clooney parts that could have went to Leon, to be honest, you know? You just kind of think about those things a lot when you finally sit down and watch something with a diverse cast, especially when it was made over 30 years ago. You do kind of think, what happened to these actors? What happened to Leon? What happened to Michael Wright? It was really nice to watch The Five Heartbeats after all this time. I haven't been putting it off on purpose. It's one of those films that's been sitting there and it's like, have you seen The Five Heartbeats? No. When are you going to watch that? You know? So I'm not surprised David included this, because he's one of those guys that's like, you've never seen The Five Heartbeats? Well, you know, get on it. It was a joy to watch, to see Robert Townsend actually having some decent acting chops, and I just loved how he created this family in the film. That he was not stealing the movie from any of the other actors. He was giving them a chance to to chew up the scenery, and that is, you know, that's what life is about, isn't it? It's about giving. It's not about taking. It's like you're going to make something together, and we're going to give each other the opportunity to really shine, and that's what I get from this film. I think they must have been, I suspect they had a great time making it. If I'm wrong, then they're even better actors than I give them credit for. Robert Townsend is a comedy genius. It's just written on his face. Whenever the guy does a comedic moment, he can just turn it on in this film, and it's quite a sleight of hand, you know, to be dealing with drug abuse and corruption, and, you know, and families breaking up and getting together or whatever. He just does that with such aplomb, and then puts in this comedic element. These little comedic scenes that just come out of nowhere, and they don't take you out of the film. You know, it's what a great trick he's pulled here. Very competent during the dramatic scenes in the film, and it was a side to Robert Townsend I'd never seen in a film before, and it's just another one where it's like, where are these terrific actors going? You know, they're going to waste. They're going to waste. They should be given the budgets. They should be given the attention that they deserve for their great work. Yeah, gonna watch some more Michael Wright. In the meantime, I'm going to shut my mouth, right? I'm just going on and on and on. Lovely chatting with you all. Hope you have a lovely week. Take care. Bye.